What's up, everyone? It's your boy Scott. Welcome to the Scott Reports. Today I'm bringing you the answers to the questions that you guys had. Now, it's kind of weird because I had a few more questions than I see on my screen right now. So if I happen to miss your question, or if you don't mind, you want to ask again, go ahead and drop it in the comments and I will answer it for you guys. It's kind of weird. It's like sometimes comments disappear on YouTube. Sometimes I see them, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I try another browser and then I see them, sometimes I don't. So it's kind of weird. Sometimes it fixes itself together after a day or so. And I didn't screen grab a lot of questions that I had as soon as I got them. So again, I do apologize. I'm very sorry if you left me a question I didn't get to it. But without further ado, let's get down to this. I mean, it's also a celebration as well because this is also my official first year in the books on YouTube. Wow, guys, it feels really good to be here, and I really did my thank yous in the 1500 subscriber videos, but thank you guys once again for all your likes, your comments, your times, your watches, everything, because the Scott Report is nothing without you guys being here to listen to my content, like my content, spread my content. So I really appreciate you guys all. I really do mean that when I say that. I really do appreciate you guys. The road to 2K is here. I mean, that's my goal. My goal is to get to 2,000. How far we can go after that, then let's just be pleasantly surprised. I mean, of course, I want to set an expectation for myself, but I want to be pleasantly surprised as well, because I say this many times over. I didn't even expect to have 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year last year, and look what happened. And we're already almost to 2,000. Guys, that is amazing. I can't thank you guys enough. So this video is for you guys, again, to celebrate my first year on YouTube and to answer some of the questions that you guys have. Now, it's only a handful of questions, but you guys know I can talk, so it probably will still be a 10-minute video. I think we're already about 2 minutes in anyway, so let's get down to the questions. If I butcher some of you guys' names, I really apologize for that. I'll try my best. So the first question comes from Sueno Kuragane. What anime, manga, or piece of media in general that has personally impacted you? That's a good one, because I don't think anime or manga or like any movies or anything. It may be some movies that I can think about that personally impacted me. I mean, I enjoy watching them. They give me the feels and things like that, but it's like not any anime that made me get up and say, you know, I'm going to be a better person. But what I can say, something that has impacted me, like something that was a big part of my life, was martial arts. I am a former martial artist. I'm not into it anymore, but I took up a style called Pseudo Thai, which is a mixture of Tang Sudo, Taekwondo, and Muay Thai kickboxing. That was actually founded by one of my very close friends. And when I got into the martial arts, it's like the things that I learned from martial arts, just discipline, respect, honor, you know, the determination, you know, working out, the training, the confidence that it instilled in me, because you had to do things like forums, which is like, you know, demonstrations in front of large crowds of people, tournaments and things like that. It instilled a confidence in myself that I didn't always have, because growing up, I was really frail. I was really skinny. I mean, I've gained weight since I was a child. I mean, I used to be like really skinny, and now I'm just like kind of average, but it wasn't until I started doing martial arts and things like that that I started to build my body. I started to get more confident. You know, I can walk around with that peace of mind and know that I can protect myself or my family if I need to. And it also taught me to be more confident. Like, for example, me in my workplace, I'm usually like a quiet, keep to myself type of person. I'm about my business. I do my work. I go home. But when I get in front of this camera, this Scott that you guys see in the camera is me around my friends and family all the time. And martial arts helped me with that as far as being more of an outward person in the public, because I used to be like a real quiet and shy person as well. And I owe a lot of who I am now to martial arts. So I guess maybe that's not a form of media as well, but something that did have an impact on me was the martial arts. And I cannot thank my sensei enough for that. There's one thing that I regret is that I didn't finish my black belt. I got to red belt, and then, you know, life happens. But if it was ever a chance to go back, I mean, I really don't want to start over. That's the thing too. It's like I got so far because I was almost at black belt that I didn't want to start over completely, and I didn't want to start at a new school either. But I still trained, you know, every few days or so to keep myself sharp. So that was the biggest impact that I can say in my life that molded me to the person that I am today. So thank you very much for that question, Suino. Let's go on to the next one. The next question comes from the Lord Elric. A very good subscriber. I remember you. You came through for my last Q&A. I remember that now. Let's see what you got this time. Okay, so congrats, man. Got 2 questions for you. Who are your all-time favorite anime characters, and what made you want to start being a YouTuber? So my all-time favorite anime characters, and I guess this can kind of tie into like my favorite animes of all time, but Yusuke Urameshi. Yusuke Urameshi is probably my all-time favorite anime character because I can relate to him. Again, martial arts was something that kind of built me to who I am, but I always had like this sense of honor, this sense of justice, and I always want to protect my friends because I used to be bullied myself. I was really frail. People used to pick on me. When I learned how to do self-defense, I started kicking their asses, and I didn't want to see people in that same position. So my all-time favorite characters, I will say Yusuke Urameshi, Vegeta, Revy from Black Lagoon, and this is a really good one because there's so many good characters in anime that I can't really nail it down. But I'll try to give you guys 5. I will say Yusuke Urameshi, Revy from Black Lagoon, Vegeta. Man, I'm really stumped on this one. There's just so many great characters out there. I really can't nail this down. Okay, we're just gonna do 3 because I really am stumped right now. I watch so much anime that it's just hard to pick out any favorites. So Yusuke, Revy, Vegeta, and I'll also say Saber from Fate Stay Night. We'll throw Saber in there. And Gohan. Gohan from Dragon Ball Z. There you go. Even though he's a straight bum now, he's a favorite character. So there you go. Let's see. The next question is from Asphalt First. 2 questions. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I forgot a question from Elric. So let me go back from that. Sorry about that. What made you start being a YouTuber? What made me want to start being a YouTuber is basically I wanted an outlet to speak to the people. I mean, I wanted to speak to more people about what I like, what I enjoy, what I love, which is anime and manga. Like my friends growing up, they were heavy into it just like I was, but as we got older, it was like they wasn't watching things as much as I was watching it, even myself. I mean, I would say maybe 5 or 6 years ago, the only thing I was watching was Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece. I mean, I was a straight up shonen tard. I really was. And it wasn't until like 2013, it was like around when Attack on Titan came out, when I started watching anime weekly. Before then, even though I was still heavy into anime, I would mostly wait till things was done and started watching it then. And then it wasn't until like 2013 that I started watching anime on a weekly basis. So what kind of inspired me or made me want to start being a YouTuber was other YouTubers. I mean, there's so many names out there that I've watched over the years, from Bob Samurai to GR Okada to For an Everworld to The Phone to Chibi Reviews to Sloan the Female Otaku to Sun Wukong. I mean, I used to watch all of these people and I used to see what they do. I see the passion. I see the love that they have for YouTube and what they do and speaking their opinion. And I was always the type of person who wanted to get out there and speak to more people about, like, if my friends aren't listening to me, I might as well get on YouTube and tell somebody else, tell other people. I always wanted to kind of do reviews, but, I didn't exactly have the equipment. I didn't know if people would be feeling it or would like it or not. So one day I just decided to say, you know what, I'm going to give it a shot and do it anyway. I see all these people with this great content. I feel I can do the same thing, and the rest is history from here. As a matter of fact, mark 1 year later, and here we are. So yeah, what inspired me or what made me want to be a YouTuber is just I wanted an outlet to speak to more people about the thing I love, because I don't really have too many otaku friends that are as deep into it as I am. So I get to talking to someone about Iron-Blooded Orphans, their eyes are going to gloss over because probably the last anime they seen was Attack on Titan. So, yeah, I mean, people are really behind it. I try to tell people all the time to watch things. I got sick of trying to push my friends to watch certain series, so I decided to go on YouTube and say, you know what? YouTube has an outlet where people will at least listen to me. So yeah, there you go. So any of my friends watching right now, you know exactly how I feel. And I say this to you guys all the time. You didn't freaking listen, so I decided to go to YouTube, and there's that. Okay, so now to the previous question that I was going to get to, but I forgot the question from Elric, which is from Asphalt First. 2 questions. What do you think people calling anime? What do you think on people calling anime stupid or for weird people? How did you start watching anime? FYI, I learned about anime from my brother, and I learned that it's not stupid and it's cool as fuck depending on the anime. What do I think about people calling anime stupid or for weird people? I think that exact same thing. I think people who call anime stupid or think that people that watch anime are weird, they're weird themselves, because never be ashamed or never be embarrassed to watch or like what you want to do or want to watch or whatever, unless it's like, you know, murders or something really bad. I mean, if you like cartoons, if you like anime, if you like, you know, comic movies or whatever, don't be ashamed to express that, like it, because at the end of the day, you're the person that you have to make happy. You watch it for your own personal enjoyment. It's not for anybody else. And I know it's kind of hard, like when you like something and the people around you don't, but trust me, you will eventually, or sometime, at least I did, so maybe it's kind of hard to say, but you will eventually find more people like you that feel as strongly as you do about something, and those are the people that you should gravitate towards. If people think something that you like is stupid, then maybe they're not the people that you should associate yourself with in some medium. So anime is not stupid at all. I mean, it's definitely coming back. It's in the second boom. It's a lot easier to get into than when I was coming up, but the whole thing now is like liking stuff like anime is a lot easier because it's more accepted, I feel, now. And yeah, you should never feel bad or feel stupid for things that you like. A little bit self-conscious, yeah, but you'll get over that. So that's how I feel about it. I think people who think it's stupid that you like something are stupid because they don't understand it and they're just not as cool as you are. And also, how did you start watching anime? How did I start watching anime? I think anime has always been around me in some sorts, but I just didn't know what I was watching. Like, I used to watch old episodes of like Voltron and, you know, Robotech and things like that. I used to see it like on TV on like Toonami and stuff. And, you know, I didn't know it was anime. It wasn't until it was a neighbor of mine that I actually knew I was watching anime, is when that friend showed me Fist of the North Star and Ninja Scroll, and I watched both of those in the same weekend, and then it was like, wow, this is anime. This blood, this guts, this gore, it's more mature. It's like watching a movie, except it's just in animated form. So I got started watching anime because of that, because they still had video stores, you know. So in Blockbuster, they used to have this section called, it was called animation. It wasn't even called anime, and they just had this big row, and I think I used to go there every weekend and just try to get every DVD there that they had of what they had on their collection and just watch it. So yeah, I got started in anime thanks to, I mean, again, it was always around me. I've always played video games and stuff, and I was always into the culture. But when I actually knew what I was watching, it came from a friend of mine who showed me 2 of the 3 must-see animes, the anime trinity. Well, no, one of the 3. The anime trinity, the holy trinity anime to me is Akira, Ninja Scroll, and Ghost in the Shell. And again, in that same afternoon, I saw Fist of the North Star, which was a hell of an icebreaker, as well as Ghost in the Shell. So thank you very much for that question, Asphalt. And I have one more question from the Red Reapers. Congrats, man. You deserve it all for the hard work you do and bring us content every day. I have 2 questions. 1, what is your favorite Gundam series? Nice. I've been waiting on someone to ask that. And 2nd, do you read Attack on Titan manga? It's ending this year. Okay, so Red Reapers, what's my favorite Gundam series? My favorite Gundam series overall, like my number 1, hands down, is Zeta Gundam. And I'll do a little bit more to make this video. I'll give you my 5 favorite Gundam series. Number 1 is Zeta Gundam. Number 2 is 8 MS Team. Number 3 is Gundam 00. Number 4 is Gundam Wing. And number 5, right now, number 5 is sitting at Iron Blooded Orphans. Iron Blooded Orphans is sitting at number 5. Depending on how it ends, it's gonna go higher. But to answer your question, my favorite series was Zeta Gundam. I mean, it showed you the realism of war. It just had, I mean, you know, it came out so long ago, you know, the characters were kind of paper thin, but to see Char evolve to Quattro Vagina, but he was still Char, and just the weight that this series had, the ending, the bittersweetness, just everything about it is probably the best Gundam series out there to me personally, next to probably Unicorn. So yeah, there's that. And secondly, do I read the Attack on Titan manga? Yes, I do read the Attack on Titan manga. When the first season ended, the first thing I did was went to the manga. So I will be covering season 2. I'll be doing live reactions for season 2. I cannot wait for that. It is ending this year, but honestly, I feel it's time for it to end because I think it's been out for a while. The anime came out in 2013, and the manga was probably out like maybe 3 years before that, or 2 or 3 years. I'm not exactly sure of the time frame, but it's getting to the point where they are getting to the end game, and I think they need to wrap it up and end it and not let it drag out so long like Naruto and other things like that. So yeah, guys, that was the questions. Thank you very much for your time and your questions. Again, if I missed your question because it's not showing up here for some reason, or if you have any questions in general that you want to ask me, go ahead and ask away and I will be sure to answer it in the comments. Thank you guys for a fantastic year. Thank you guys for 1,500 subs. Road to 2K is here. I cannot wait to see you guys again. Thank you very much. As I always say, you guys can be anywhere on YouTube right now. Just chose to listen to me. I really appreciate that, so thanks for stopping by. On that note, it's your boy Scott signing out. See you soon.